So I am just sitting here staring at my screen, and it is way too late, but I literally cannot stop thinking about the spoilers for this Thursday, March 12th episode of General Hospital. And honestly, my brain is just mush at this point from trying to keep all these storylines straight. But we have to talk about it because you guys, this show is going absolutely off the rails right now, and I am both here for it and completely exhausted by it. I mean, seriously. What are the writers even doing with half of these people? Let's just dive in because I have a lot of feelings and I need to get them out before I actually lose my mind. First of all, let's talk about Maxie Jones and Nathan West. Oh my god. The drama here is just reaching a boiling point, and I am honestly so stressed out just reading about it. So Thursday is going to give us this massive emotional outburst from Maxie where she finally just corners Nathan and puts him on the spot. And it's about time, right? I mean, she has been holding this in, or well, not really holding it in because she already told Dante, but she is finally confronting Nathan directly. She is tearfully going to admit that she just does not understand how he could move on in 6 months. 6 months? But here is the thing that makes my head spin. Nathan was actually gone for 7 years. 7 whole years. But he claims he doesn't remember that missing time. Like at all. He supposedly woke up thinking Maxie was his wife and that the birth of their baby was imminent. Which, okay, if we believe his side of the story, that is tragic. That is genuinely heartbreaking. But is it the truth? I don't even know what to believe anymore. So Maxie is standing there looking at this man she loved, who was gone for a decade basically, and questioning how strong their love really was if he was able to just fall for her best friend Lulu while she was in a coma. And honestly, I am with Maxie on this one. I know I change my mind about characters all the time and maybe I'm being too harsh on Nathan, but come on. You wake up, your wife is in a coma, and you just start catching feelings for her best friend. It's messy. It is so messy. But then Nathan tries to defend himself. He contends that he saw Damien Spinelli's love for Maxie even if she wasn't around. He realized how much Maxie's life had changed without him. He says he felt lost. He felt completely untethered and that he latched on to Lulu as a lifeline. A lifeline. Wow. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. I guess I can sort of see his point. If you wake up and the world has moved on, and your wife is in a coma, but her other great love, Spinelli, is hovering around, maybe you do feel like a ghost. Maybe you do just grab onto the nearest familiar face, which happened to be Lulu. But still, it's Lulu. Maxie's best friend. Who does that? I can't with these two right now. I really can't. And speaking of Lulu, what is she even doing? She goes to Carly for advice. Carly... Since when is Carly the beacon of healthy relationship advice? But Lulu opens up to Carly about the whole situation with Nathan and Maxie. And she reveals that Tracy Quartermain basically pushed her to follow her own heart. Tracy meddling, color me shocked. Not, Tracy always has an agenda. But Carly actually wonders if Lulu is going to listen to Tracy or if she's going to end things with Nathan. So Lulu asks for Carly's guidance. And in a shocking twist that I did not see coming, Carly actually says she can't tell Lulu what to do. She thinks Lulu ultimately has to make this decision for herself. What universe are we in where Carly Corinthos steps back and says you decide? Usually she is shoving her opinions down everyone's throats. But maybe Carly is just too distracted by her own massive pile of problems right now. Which brings me to Jason Morgan and Valentin Cassadine. Oh boy. So Jason is paying Valentin a visit in Carly's attic. Just the image of these two glaring at each other in an attic is sending me... Jason is furious, obviously. He has been telling Carly to cut ties with Valentin, but she won't listen. So Jason takes matters into his own hands. And since we know Valentin is mulling over some proposal, Jason actually offers to help Valentin flee Port Charles. Yes, you heard that right. Jason wants to help Valentin disappear. Why? Because Jason is planning to vanish for a while himself with Britt Westbourne anyway. He figures he can just package Valentin up and ship him out of town too. 2 birds, 1 stone. Get Valentin away from Carly, get himself out of town with Britt. It's a classic Jason Morgan tactical move. But Valentin being Valentin refuses. He doesn't want to abandon Carly. He says he won't leave her to deal with their enemies alone, especially if Jason is going to be out of the picture. And honestly, I kind of respect it. Valentin is a snake, we all know that, but his weird loyalty to Carly right now is fascinating. He is standing his ground. And Jason realizes he has no choice but to accept it. But he doesn't leave without dropping a massive threat. Jason warns Valentin that if anything happens to Carly, there will be absolutely no place Valentin can hide. Chills, you guys. Chills. Jason is leaving, but he is making sure Valentin knows that the mob enforcer shadow will follow him forever if Carly gets a scratch on her. And let's talk about Jason leaving, because that ties into Britt. Britt Westbourne is breaking my heart right now. She is basically on a secret goodbye tour around the hospital, and it is making me so emotional. She jokingly warns Lucas Jones not to make her admire him, because Lucas has been stepping up to help her so much. It's her weird, prickly way of voicing her appreciation. I love their dynamic. I really do. But then she bumps into Rocco Falconeri. Little Rocco. And she shares some grateful words with him too. And Rocco, because kids are smart, gets the feeling that Britt is saying goodbye. He starts wondering what is going on. And this is where my anxiety just spikes through the roof. Because Britt is planning to flee with Jason, but she needs Marco Rios to score her a medication dose first. Marco is a whole other disaster waiting to happen. If he gets caught stealing those meds, it is game over. But worse than that, there is Ross Cullum. Ross is lurking around. What if Ross ends up eavesdropping and figures out that Britt is about to flee with Jason Ross is a lethal threat? Brendan already warned Jocelyn about him. If Ross finds out Britt and Jason are leaving, he might try to take them out before they can disappear. I'm so scared for Britt. She deserves a happy ending, or at least a safe escape, and I just have this horrible pit in my stomach that it's all going to go wrong. Let's take a breath. Okay? So, zooming out from the life or death mob stuff, we have some surprisingly grounded real-life drama happening over at Alexis Davis's place. Molly Lansing Davis is opening up to Christina Corinthos Davis. Molly fainted due to her endometriosis, and she completely freaked Cody Bell out in the process. I just want to say I really appreciate the writers actually showing the realities of endometriosis. It's painful, it's scary, and it affects your whole life. So Molly fainted, Cody panicked, and offered to take care of her in the aftermath. But Molly was just embarrassed and overwhelmed, and she just wanted him to take her home instead. It was super awkward for her. But Christina surprisingly gives some really good advice. She tells Molly not to make any assumptions about Cody's behavior. She advises her to be patient with him as he tries to learn more about her condition and what she's going through. And I think Christina is right. Cody means well. He's just a bit of a golden retriever who doesn't know what to do when someone is hurting. In fact, this whole scary ordeal seems to have made Cody realize just how much he actually cares about Molly. He goes to have a catch-up session with Dante Falconeri, and Cody is so in his feelings that he actually asks Dante how he knew Lulu Spencer was the one. Wow. Talk about bringing up the past. Dante is put on the spot, but he handles it pretty well. He might have an answer for how he knew with Lulu, but he also points out the harsh reality he has moved on, and so has Lulu. They aren't that epic love story anymore. Life happened. Comas happened. Aminsiak husbands returning from the dead happened. Dante actually worries that Cody is getting a little ahead of himself. He urges Cody to just live in the moment with Molly. Don't start planning the wedding and declaring her the one just because you had a scare. Just be there for her now. It's really solid advice from Dante, and it shows how much Dante has grown. He used to be so hot-headed and romantic, but now he's just practical. He sees Lulu moving on with Nathan, he's bonding with Elizabeth, he's just trying to live his life. It's just wild to me how all these storylines are intersecting. You have Dante giving Cody advice about Lulu while Lulu is crying to Carly about Nathan while Nathan is getting yelled at by Maxie, while Maxie is clinging to Spinelli. It is a giant web of messy, complicated human emotions, and I am so here for it, even when it makes me want to throw my remote at the television. And Jason leaving again. How many times are we going to do this? The fans on social media are already losing their minds about Jason's impending departure. We just got him back, it feels like, and now he's fleeing with Britt. And leaving Carly behind with Valentin. What were they thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? Valentin is going to double-cross someone. Carly is going to get in over her head, and Jason is going to have to come rushing back. It's the formula. It's what always happens. But I guess I'll keep watching, because I am addicted to the pain. So yeah, Thursday's episode is going to be a lot. Maxie crying, Nathan making excuses, Jason threatening people in attics, Britt saying sad goodbyes to children, and Molly dealing with real-world health issues. It's a very weird mix of high-stakes soap opera danger and grounded emotional character beats. Sometimes I think the show doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it a mob thriller? Is it a hospital drama? Is it a romantic soap? It's all of them smashed together in a clunky, chaotic mess. But maybe that's why we love it. Or maybe that's why I'm sitting here typing 1,000 words about fictional people at 2 in the morning. I don't know anymore. I just know that if Ross Cullum hurts Britt, I am rioting. And if Nathan doesn't grovel to Maxie at least a little bit, I am going to be so mad. Anyway, I need to wrap this up before I start rambling about the Quartermains again. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen. Do you buy Nathan's amnesia excuse? Do you think Jason is actually going to leave for good this time? And seriously, what is Tracy's endgame with Lulu? There is always an endgame. Always. Alright, I'm done. I am going to sleep. Or at least I'm going to try to sleep while my brain analyzes every single word Jason said to Valentin. Until next time, stay sane out there, GH fans. It's going to be a bumpy ride this week.